Hi, this is Dan from BibleProphecyandTruth.com. This video will briefly discuss chapter 30, what happened to the water from the flood. When God was done with the flood, it says the waters assuaged or abated. Psalm 104 has more to say about it. Psalm 104:6. Thou coveredst it with the deep as with a garment. The waters stood above the mountains. At thy rebuke they fled. At the voice of thy thunder they hasted away. They go up by the mountains, they go down by the valleys, unto the place which thou hast founded for them. This phrase, go up by the mountains, down by the valleys, means to rise up and sink down into the place where God had founded for them. Eldridge Moores, a prominent geologist, says that the seafloor sank when the planet was covered by water at some point. He was not trying to prove the Bible, he was just stating what he had found by studying the earth. Science News, September 2005. When the Amazon River floods, it still causes the land in the region to sink down today. The deepest part of the Pacific Ocean is almost 7 miles deep, 36,000 feet or 6.8 miles. The water from the oceans covers 70% of the earth. Before the flood, there would have been much more land exposed. Much smaller seas, none or very little ice at the poles, and mostly a tropical paradise with no deserts. If you leveled off the mountains a little and raised up the valleys under the ocean a bit, you would have enough water to cover the entire planet by a few thousand feet. Genesis 8:3. And the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. The waters hasted away and returned from off the earth continually. The mountains arose and the valleys sunk down. Whoosh! And the water returned back and forth continually, slosh, slosh, back and forth for 150 days until it abated, decreased in force or intensity. How about the dinosaur tracks on the sides of mountains on a 90-degree incline? The mountain was lifted from its original place with tremendous force. It's really a no-brainer to understand how the Grand Canyon was carved. It was a lot of water, not a lot of time. If you look at geological maps of the fault lines and volcanoes, you'll notice that they follow the mountain ranges and the deep valleys of the oceans. Right where the mountains arose and the valleys sank, the crust is weak and broken. Or if you don't like the sound of this, maybe God just took a dipper full of water out and dumped it somewhere else. He is God after all. Why do we limit his ability to do anything at all?